It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. I had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
We are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Tannehill now to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Derrick Henry takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rallied quickly after the broken tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Tannehill. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go.
Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Something to watch here in Week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all,
under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ross Blacklock breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
A first down carry for Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Running left, it's Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So a good decision there by Mike Vrabel. They correctly contest that call. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Now Gordon on first down. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They run it here with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. That's complete right around the 8. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he will have a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have taken the lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Runs over him.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Henry running right. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. But Houston's offense taking over again. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them.
Or pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Danico Autry able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Danico Autry dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry, and he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down, and this Texans defense stands tall. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now Watson. And that is incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Play action. It's Tannehill.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A huge play there for Houston. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 21. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw, Watson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Back to the air, Watson on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Watson now to throw. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Watson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Fourth down, off goes Watson. On comes Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive
as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started with the 2 teams the Hall of Famer Tony Dungy had great successes with as a head coach. Indianapolis taking on Tampa Bay. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. We'll stay in the NFC South as we head to Carolina to check on the Panthers. And they trail the visiting Patriots at halftime. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown catch in that first half. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Texans, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw on second is Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. Back to throw. Watson gets it to Gordon. Oh, look at the juke. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson. That is caught by Thielen. Touchdown, Texans. Adam Thielen, 27 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Tannehill now to throw. A slant to Jones. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
They'll run on first down. Henry, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tannehill. Jones has it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down. Good shot, good shot.
Draw play. This is Henry. And good penetration here. They'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, The team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Caught by Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Another touchdown, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Tannehill once more. Over the middle, complete. It's Barton. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Now it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw is Watson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Watson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Texans will extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the 6. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Titans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Danico Autry is in on the stop. 2nd and 9. This is Gordon as they go to him again. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Watson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well,